Mitsurugi Kamui Hikane is a short phone game with a high entry level. It is what you get when you peel games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry to the bare minimum. Graphically wise, Mitsurugi looks like a PlayStation 2 game. Besides the two main characters, the models look very bland and simple. Enemies only come in four types with a couple variations. The animations of all the characters are choppy and unpolished, although they are functional enough to service the game. The couple of special moves available try to be cinematic, but again, they look outdated. The art style reminds me a lot of animes like Blood C Plus and 1999 Sex. Don't expect nothing of the stage design. The few available only consist of a circular arena with generic background. The story is not worthy. The music in Mitsurugi is also very unremarkable. There are only a few tracks that loop after a few seconds. In fact, the track in the first stage reminds me a lot of the music in Ride to Hell Retribution, and that is not a good thing. I recommend you muting the game's music and blasting your own. The sound effects are serviceable, but nothing special. I particularly dislike how it sounds when you hit the basic enemies. It sounds like you are hitting them with a plastic tube or something like that. The voice acting is okay, but very anime-like. Fans of Japanese cartoons will enjoy the few dialogues available. But if you are not a fan of cheesy anime, just skip the cinematics. The best part of Mitsurugi is its gameplay. As I mentioned before, this is a spectacle fighter entirely focused on its combat system. It can be frustrating at the beginning since enemies, especially bosses, are cheap, and you can with very few skills. But once it clicks, there's a lot of fun to be had. Thankfully, the developers enable the option to upgrade and save mid-game, so you can improve your character on the fly. Also, getting currency is easy and simple. It's tied to combos and the finisher move, which I must add is gratifying. Once you finish your second run, you most likely max out your character. Mitsurugi is very mechanics heavy, but it does very little to explain what these are or what they do. The tutorial is bare bones. For example, you can link moves, but you can link some attacks together. Failing to correctly link moves makes your character get stuck on a recovery animation, which can cost you a match. The tutorial does nothing to explain this, regardless of how frustrating it is. Another frustrating thing is that the lock-on system is a bit broken, and a lot of times you'll whiff special moves. You don't have many unlocks besides some new moves and upgrades, but this is a trophy hunter's paradise. If you are willing to finish the game 6 times in a row, you can get all trophies or achievements in a weekend. I know I made the game sound bad, but actually it is a lot of fun. I had a good time playing once I understood the mechanics. If you are into anime fighters, high execution games, or spectacle fighters, I recommend you Mitsurugi Kamui Hikane. My final rate is buy on sale. It is currently available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Not a Hero is the newest by Roll7, the creators of the Oli Oli games. A very good 2D, execution heavy skating game and one of my favorite series to play in the Vita. The art design of Not a Hero consists of a colorful and beautiful late 90s, early 2000s inspired pixel art. But don't be fooled by the cheerful presentation. This is almost as gory as games like Hotline Miami or even AAA games like Max Payne. The backgrounds are detailed and colorful as well, and surprisingly enough, the art is so well designed that rarely you will lose track of what's going on, even when the action gets busy or chaotic. The animations are very well detailed and explicit, but the art is so cartoony that they are funny and not disturbing. Also, every stage has a very unique look, from the slums and drug dealer dens to classy Yakuza run businesses. The story feels like a Saturday morning cartoon made by Guy Ritchie. Guts, gore, complicated plots and all. It's all about a rabbit from the future who needs to be mayor of London to avoid the end of the world or something. To accomplish this, he must annihilate the mafia, drug lords, and a Yakuza ninja clan with the help of his group of assassins. The story and dialogues made me laugh more than once. If you like acid or black humor, you'll likely enjoy this. The sound design and music of Not a Hero are amazing. Roll7 have made fame on this area with their previous games. The sound effects are visceral and crunchy. The sound of guns is meaty, like what you expect of a AAA shooter. The music consists of techno-popish, electronic punkish, high-octane, hyperactive chiptunes that complement the action perfectly. I would listen to Not a Hero soundtrack outside of gameplay. The voiceovers and dialogues are funny as hell, although some might get lost in the action. Fans of Hotline Miami and Oli Oli will feel welcome here. The game is hyperactive and hyper-violent. Just like those games, there's a certain flow that you want to follow, and it is always gratifying to nail a level, especially when you complete all of the objectives. On that note, the more objectives that you complete, the higher public approval rate that you'll get. This will allow you to unlock new characters, and each character has a feel and personality. And just like Hotline Miami and Oli Oli, Not a Hero is hard, frustrating as balls hard, so wimps need not to apply. Thankfully, you can with a regenerating life bar and unlimited tries. I must admit that the game is on the short side, but the replay value is sky high. This is one of those pick and play games, perfect when you just want to disconnect off the world and blast some one cause. I like Not a Hero a lot. I highly recommend it to hardcore gamers, retro gamers, fans of Guy Ritchie movies, fans of the Boondock Saints, and fans of the games that I mentioned above. I rate it a must buy. It is currently available on PC and PSN. Rainbow Moon is a love letter to old school strategy JRPGs, and a really good one. This game was made by East Asia Soft, a European dev team in love with old school games. Rainbow Moon does not look impressive. The animation looks awkward and robotic, and the character design is weak and uninspired, but the color palette is eye candy and the environments are varied. It is worth mentioning that if you played it on PS3, the visual updates on PS4 are not impressive or even evident. Rainbow Moon tells the story of Balder, a warrior who unfortunately stumbles upon a portal that sends him to a distant planet, or rather a moon. Now he must fight his way back home through monsters, wannabe heroes and thieves. Plus, everybody believes he unleashed the monsters on the moon, adding to his troubles. But as any good JRPG, soon he allies with other misfits, travels to exotic lands, and gets involved in a wacky conspiracy. The music is outstanding and some tracks are memorable. Again, it harkens back to games of yore. It reminds me of games like Ys or Lunar. The sound effects are really cool and cartoony, and the weird voice effects give Rainbow Moon a very special personality. Rainbow Moon's story, graphics, and sound go to a second plane and only works as a vehicle to get you all over the place, fighting monsters and earning experience left and right. Leveling and customization here are really deep, ocean trench deep. Everything of your party can be customized, from how you level to attributes, equipment, active and passive skills, and even battle formations. Leveling is based on three factors: experience, lunar coins, and lunar orbs. Experience defines the level cut for your attributes. Lunar orbs are used to upgrade attributes, and lunar coins are used to buy all kind of stuff to help you get to your travels. Furthermore, enemies drop materials that can be fused into armor and weapons to upgrade their attributes, or to be sold. As for skills, active skills are used during battles, and passive skills are used to buff attributes, just like any other game. The only downside is that some skills are restricted to a certain character, thus limiting job customization. In battle, the actions develops on a grid where you must displace and position your characters. This simple thing opens a whole lot of interesting tactical possibilities. For example, some enemies will drop loot when defeated. The space occupied by that loot cannot be occupied by another enemy, so you can decide on leaving it to create cover, or grab it and claim your prize. The battle system reminded me a lot of games like Valkyria Profile and a bit of Tactics Ogre and Final Fantasy Tactics. This hybrid system works perfectly and feels surprisingly fresh and unique regardless of the aforementioned comparisons. The battles are fluid and fast-paced and they never get boring. Although random, they need to be triggered so you can advance at your own pace. A really cool detail indeed. I recommend Rainbow Moon as a must-buy. With a fun and fresh battle system and a robust and deep customization and leveling system, investing 100 hours here don't look all that crazy. If you love Final Fantasy Tactics or Valkyria Profile, this game is for you. Available on the PSN. Thank you for watching. This is a new format I want to try to give the spotlight to smaller indie games. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends. Please comment and let us know what you think about these games. And also consider subscribing for more content. It will be nice to see you back. Until next time, this is Shinkei signing out.